한국에서는 아무리 명문대 졸업장이 있어도 합격 기준에 맞는 얼굴이 없으면 그저 종이 쪼가리가 될 수 있습니다. 이게 대체 무슨 억지냐고요? 강남 한복판에서 이 씁쓸한 진실을 마주한 외국인 관광객들의 이야기를 먼저 짧게 들어보시죠.
As you. The only thing standing between you and that job is the interview. And what is the one way you can make yourself stand out in that interview? That's right, your looks.
오해는 금물입니다. 이 영상은 한국을 깎아내리려는 것이 아닙니다. 오히려 화려한 K-팝과 드라마 뒤에 숨겨진 진짜 한국 청년들의 팍팍한 삶을 외국인들의 객관적인 시선으로 이해해보려는 시도입니다. 과연 이들의 눈에 비친 강남은 어떤 모습이었을까요? 시간을 조금 앞으로 돌려보겠습니다.
South Korea's cultural soft power around the world has come not least thanks to iconic places like this, and this mall is a testament to modern Seoul's aspirational lifestyle.
별마당 도서관과 삐까뻔쩍한 쇼핑몰. 우리가 아는 전형적인 성공한 한국의 모습이죠. 하지만 이 유튜버 일행은 곧바로 관광객들이 잘 모르는 투어에 참가합니다. 바로 한국 청년들의 어두운 이면을 파헤치는 투어였죠.
Where it's really interesting. It's about like the dark side of Korean youth in the modern age, I think is the title of it. And we just remember it being such an insightful tour, so we really wanted to share that with the group.
So today we're doing, a lot of information dumping.
Yeah, and a lot of like heavier topics, which is this is our last day, so maybe like I don't know. It's all been building up to this, I guess.
We're Oscar and Dan. Over the past decade, we've explored more than 100 countries together while traveling mostly full-time, and now we wanted to share the fun by leading a group trip to Seoul, a city we briefly called home during university. This means that we got to do this fascinating tour alongside these 15 awesome people.
Hey, sexy lady. Oppa Gangnam Style. Okay, nice. Very nice.
Although this tour was on our last full day in Korea, this will be far from our last video from the group trip, as we have much more to share, from meeting a North Korean defector and visiting an unknown part of the Korean DMZ. Something you really don't want to miss, but more on that at the end of the video. For now, let's meet our friend June and get started.
외모가 왜 취업의 당락을 결정하게 되었는지 이해하려면 먼저 그 근본적인 원인인 자본의 압박을 알아야 합니다. 가이드가 강남 메인 거리의 월세에 대해 묻자 관광객들이 부르는 액수와 실제 액수의 차이를 한번 보세요. 한 달 월세가 1억 원이 넘는다니요? 솔직히 베트남이라면 이 돈으로 고급 아파트를 통째로 살 수 있는 큰돈인데 강남에서는 그저 상가를 유지하는 입장료에 불과하다는 사실이 뼈를 때립니다.
June began by asking how much we thought stores on Gangnam's main street have to pay in rent.
Let's get $60.
$25,000.
$25,000 with this right now. If you guys want to rent this shop over here, $100,000 per this. Right. So even for the big companies, they don't make money out of here.
Much of South Korea's economic growth came thanks to a small set of giant family-owned companies called chaebols, often wielding so much power that they alone could sway national politics and development plans.
Like Samsung, LG, Hyundai, for example. If they develop city areas first, the rest of the others could catch up. But as the result, rest of the other areas would have never. So these days, for young people, even if you don't like city systems, we have no choices because outside of the city, there's no jobs, no infrastructures, no medicals, like nothing at all. So that's why about 92% of our population are.
부동산 가격이 이렇게 미쳐 돌아가니 청년들이 독립을 하는 건 하늘의 별 따기가 되었습니다. 결국 부모님과 함께 살아야 하는 청년들은 연애조차 자유롭게 할 수 없어 전 세계 어디에도 없는 독특한 모텔 문화를 만들어냈죠.
An apartment, the average apartment in Seoul costs about $1 million. So the idea for most young Koreans that they'll be able to buy an apartment just is not realistic anymore, unfortunately. And that means also that a lot of people are living at home. It's also expensive to rent. So people stay with their parents until they get married, they have dual salaries, and maybe they can afford to move out. So what happens then? Well, if you want to meet up with your love interest or your lover or whatever you want to call it, you can't do that at home when you're living with your parents here. So there's a huge market for these so-called motels or boutique hotels where you rent a room for a block of a few hours. They have different themes and then you'll be undisturbed.
So when we say motels here, it has more meanings of love with health, where you make your love with your lovers having sex inside. So, this housing is very expensive here. There are a lot of space for businesses going around it. Yeah. And this motel industry is one of the biggest industries for that.
With a lot of food for thought about housing, income, and love life, we continue onwards to a building housing one of Korea's largest private education institutions. Why, you might ask?
사랑을 나눌 공간조차 돈을 주고 시간 단위로 빌려야 하는 현실. 이 굴레를 벗어나 번듯한 집을 마련하려면 대기업에 가야만 합니다. 그래서 한국의 아이들은 아주 어릴 때부터 미친 교육 시스템, 즉 학원 지옥에 던져집니다. 외국인 유튜버조차 이 사실에 경악을 금치 못하네요.
One of Korea's largest private education institutions. Why, you might ask?
So our amazing guy June just told us about the insane, well, yeah, and it is pretty insane education system. And I remember this as like the kind of most shocking and standout thing that we learned about last time when we did the tour.
After South Korea was founded, everything was destroyed here. Just to develop this society, the government was used for the education. And still, a lot of Koreans believe education is essential for the country.
Just going to public school or like normal school is not enough here. So after school, there's after school, which is a thing in many Asian countries, but it's just kind of like insane the lengths to which it goes. So all these private after-school schools called hagwons teach mainly like the Korean SATs. So you need to perform really well and to get into the good universities, because the number one thing is like the title of the university you went to, not really like what major you studied. That doesn't really matter as much.
We don't pretty much care, even if you majored in history. Koreans more prefer the title of the university.
Everyone is just trying to get into these three schools, primarily the Sky universities, coming from Seoul National University, Korean University, and Yonsei University, the initials from those. So everyone pretty much from a really, really young age goes to school from 9 a.m. in the morning to 10 p.m. at night and gets up really early in the morning again. I mean, you have to do your homework too before going to school the next day.
오전 9시부터 밤 10시까지 모두가 붕어빵 틀에 찍어낸 듯 똑같은 공부를 합니다. 자, 여기서 베트남의 속담 하나가 떠오르네요. 좋은 나무가 좋은 칠보다 낫다. 턱 뒤깨 헌턱 늑슨. 내면이 중요하다는 뜻이죠. 그런데 한국 사회에서는 이 말이 안 통할지도 모릅니다. 왜냐고요? 치열한 학원 지옥을 거치며 모든 지원자들의 나무 스펙가 똑같이 훌륭해져 버렸으니까요. 명문대, 토익 만점, 대외 활동 모두가 똑같은 스펙을 가졌을 때 결국 승패를 가르는 건 단 하나, 바로 겉에 칠해진 페인트, 즉 외모가 되어버린 겁니다. 이제 투어 일행은 성형외과의 메카, 신사동으로 향합니다.
As you. The only thing standing between you and that job is the interview. And what is the one way you can make yourself stand out in that interview? That's right, your looks.
One of the effective ways to differentiate yourself from the others is this. What kind of looks you have. We can find typical beauty standard of the big eyes, looking young as possible, high sharp noses, small face, and for K-pop, singing is not a big deal. What more matters is how you look in form on stage and how you perform well.
We made it to Shinsa, which is one of the centers for plastic surgery. And there's this clinic right behind me, which specializes in liposuction. They do all things fat reduction, and they have a mascot called Fatty.
This is also a good time to say that we love South Korea. It's a country we've visited half a dozen times and one we always look forward to coming back to. But this tour about the country's dark side, which we've done twice now, has really stuck with us, and it's something that we wish was more easily accessible to travelers in more countries around the world. Travel isn't just about discovering the beautiful or polished parts of a place, but also looking for its rough patches.
지방 흡입 전문 병원 앞에 세워진 귀여운 마스코트. 지방이 파티. 유튜버는 웃으며 인사했지만 그 이면에는 취업과 생존을 위해 자신의 몸을 규격화된 미의 기준에 맞춰야만 하는 청년들의 서글픈 현실이 숨어 있습니다. 오늘 외국인들의 시선으로 따라가 본 강남 투어 어떠셨나요? 화려한 간판 뒤에는 높은 월세, 숨막히는 학원가, 그리고 스펙의 끝판왕이 되어버린 성형외과가 자리 잡고 있었습니다. 단지 예뻐지기 위해서가 아니라 사회에서 살아남기 위해 얼굴을 고쳐야 하는 사회. 여러분은 외모도 스펙이라는 현실에 대해 어떻게 생각하시나요? 댓글로 여러분의 날카롭고 솔직한 의견을 남겨주세요. 영상이 흥미로우셨다면 구독과 좋아요 잊지 마시고 다음 영상에서 뵙겠습니다.